Today, Baton Rouge, Louisiana is represented by some of the biggest artists in the rap game. But in the early 90s, the city was an afterthought nationally and even locally, was still in the shadow of New Orleans. But in 1994, a young hustler from Southside BR named Celo started a label, Celo Records, and released his debut album, Who's Gonna Ride?
Listen to a lot of the artists from California and all that, like E40, Click, all them. They had their own labels, man. They had their own distribution. Man, we could do the same thing in Baton Rouge, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't scared to invest in.
With this release, Loc set in motion the start of a movement in Baton Rouge that you could draw a straight line from all the way up to the city's dominance of today. With songs like Wanna Be a G, also known as Huh What, tearing up clubs in the city out the gate, to songs like No Mercy and Never Say Die, becoming anthems in the streets. Loc put the game on notice, not just as an artist and producer, but also as a label executive.
At this time, this is all Celo Records. Do you go into CEO mode before you get to how you do that, or this is after that?
Well, what happened was, on that record, I had an artist, Young Bleed, and he was on that record. He was on 3 songs on my first album.
With the aforementioned Never Say Die featuring a verse from a then unknown artist with a voice and flow unlike anything you ever heard, the city was captivated.
Loc was doing his first solo record called Who's Gonna Ride. Lee Time produced a track called Never Say Die. Was the first time I was able, kind of like Pac with Digital Underground.
Yeah.
That was my one verse on that album, but he had the song called No Mercy. So he was playing the hook, no mercy, nigga, no mercy. I'm in the studio. It took me to hear the record before we put it out. So I was in the background saying, it's wicked when I kick it wicked, you don't hear me though. It's wicked when I kick it wicked, but you don't hear me though.
With that, an observant Loc sprung into action, building his label with what would soon become an untouchable squad.
Wait, he was your artist first?
Yeah. Young Bleed was my artist.
You got a young Max Minelli
Young
with you?
Max Minelli. That was the original. Me, Boo, Javon, Young Bleed, and we had a few Growl Nitty. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was like the first crew, the first concentration camp.
In 1997, Loc dropped a compilation called The Concentration Camp. The album gave each artist in the crew their own chance to shine, but one song shined brighter than all the rest.
When I first heard of Fool, now Fool, Young Bleed, they went to the studio, him and Happy. And when I pulled up, it was like, all right, let me check out what y'all got. So they playing the song, and I was like, damn. You know, I'm like, this motherfucker got it. You know, it's making me have that feeling. This the one, you know what I'm saying?
That was the first camp. The album was called The Camp. That was like a compilation at that time. That came out in 97. That's what the original How You Do That was on, the one with Just Bleed. Wow. The name of it was A Fool. That was the original name of that song, A Fool, right?
A Fool?
Yeah, so when that song came out, when that album came out, that song just, it like went viral back then.
It took off, you know, once we dropped that compilation. If it played on the radio Monday, by Friday it was #1 in the city. So it was blowing up that fast. So in the midst of us going back and forth, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Loc being the CEO, Master P being one, and networking, they run into each other some type of way. And that was just taking place at the time, at the phenomenal time with the About It movie coming out and so on and so forth.
Bleed's song, A Fool, led to a remix, retitled How You Do That There, with Master P and Loc, and was the first single off P's I'm About It, the movie soundtrack. And like the original song caught fire locally, the remix took over nationwide. The success led to Bleed signing his own solo deal with Priority Records, and Loc signing a label distribution deal with the company.
To the world, everybody thought I signed to No Limit Action.
I damn sure did.
Yeah, and naturally, you know what I mean? The way it was constructed, put it together, definitely with the tank on the album, which is all love, but just telling the true story. I never signed to No Limit. P got me my deal at Priority.
This momentum carried the camp straight to the release of Bleed's debut album, My Balls and My Word. With a pivotal co-sign from Master P, the stage was set for Bleed and his camp affiliates to show the world how they was cut. Bleed and the camp responded with a classic. My Bars and My Word debuted at #1 on the R&B rap Billboard chart and #10 on the top 200 chart. Spearheaded by How You Do That There remix, Bring the Noise, which featured Master P and Mystical, and the single Time So Hard, featuring Fiend and Moby Dick.
Okay, and I'm gonna say, and I'm being dead honest right now,
Yeah.
that is my favorite album from the No Limit umbrella.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, I've been saying this for years. I mean, listen, everyone has their own opinion, and some people might say it's Master P, some people might say it's Mystical, but for me, the album that I listened to the most over and over and over again was My Balls and My Word.
But it was a song further down the album's track list that crept its way into the hearts of real fans all across the country.
Better than the last time, man. You know what I'm saying? One of my man, what went into that record? It's one of my favorite records of all time.
Better than the last time, man. I love that song.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's favorite.
Better Than the Last Time was constructed by a then 16-year-old Max Minelli, spitting uncut bars about life and pain, but still maintaining through the struggle over some of Happy Perez's peak production.
I put, you know what I'm saying, Better Than Last Time in that category.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what brought that record about, man? You know, and how were you living back then?
That record actually was Max Minelli record. And just in briefing, I come in the studio, Time is working on it. So we always working together. It was like a non-stop shop.
It was December 25th, 1996. So Christmas Day. You know, trying to see where my partners was at. So I called Loke House and I talked to Hap. You know, Hap was living with Loke at that time. He just so happened to be at the house by himself. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, come screw me up. And we got in the studio that night. He made that beat, I wrote that shit, and we did that song. So that's why, like, the first bars is, all I want for Christmas is 12 gold teeth, because, you know what I'm saying, it was actually Christmas Day when I made that song, you know what I'm saying?
All I want for Christmas is 12 gold teeth, a fresh candy blue Jeep, and a 4-4 heat.
I walked in the studio, Max had 3 verses on it already. I was like, man, that's cool. That's a nice song how it is. I love it. Just like y'all love it. And he said, nah, you get on the 4th verse. And I was like, nah, I don't want to touch it. Just go ahead, and Joe. To add it to my collection, Played the Bars and My Word record, we just felt like it was a good idea. I put a verse on it.
But still a killer coming at y'all, nigga, huh? Hear me say what now? With Max Minelli on the cellular telly, hollering about
Mail me my money, man.
confetti.
You heard me?
I had eventually got Bleed to put a verse on it, you know what I'm saying? It was like, man, I gotta get Bleed on this bitch. And, you know, it was like, man, we need to put that on there.
We did something, I think, been done the first time it's been done in hip-hop. 22, 23 years later, if y'all hadn't saw it, we did a video for it. If you ever saw that, it's out now a few years back. We shot it.
By that being a lot of people's favorite song off that bitch, me and Bleed was just talking and shit. Bleed was like, man, you know what'll be dope? Yeah, we do a video for Better Than the Last Time. And I was like, ooh, that you fucking right, boy, that shit'll be dope.
I said, man, what we ought to do is shoot that like it's 97. And it's, it's nice on the internet. Past $100 plus views or something.
We said it like in 1997, you know, we said it in that time, you know what I'm saying? So we dressed like, got dickies on and, you know, bandanas like, you know, BR niggas, well, you know what I'm saying? Old school colors and shit.
So, but 23 years later, took it back in time.
You know, it was dope for us to, you know, go back and shoot a video for a classic song that everybody loved back then, you know what I'm saying?
So that really was his record that was added to my album, and the rest is history.
Rest in peace, Young Bleed. You left us timeless classics, and your legacy will live forever. This is how Better Than the Last Time by Young Bleed and Max Minelli was